Hi, my name is Gonzalo Diaz, and I've been a real estate agent here in Toronto, Canada since year 2003. This time around, I have very important information for you regarding the real estate market, something everybody's been waiting for. We are here with Jose Lemos, a mortgage agent for many, many years, and we're here to ask him, what do you see today in the real estate market compared to 3 years ago, Jose?
Well, I think the biggest difference in the last 2 years is now we have rates that are under 4%. Now people are looking at rates, if you're looking at a 3-year fix or 5-year fix with less than 20% down payment, people can now get 3.99% as an interest rate. 2 years ago, those rates were in the mid fives, if not high fives. So, if people bought a few years ago, they might be considering selling their home, moving to a new home, might be a bigger home. They're moving up the property ladder, and now they'll benefit from lower interest rates.
Would that market be in the condo market, in the semi-detached, detached homes? What's the difference?
Well, the condo market, I think, is another animal altogether. I think with the supply of condos hitting the market, more condos coming to the market. I think we've had a relationship for over 5 years now, and done several transactions, and we both discussed it last year that more condos would come to the market, and you're going to see that this year. So I think it's going to put downward pressure on the market, but interest rates are also going to drive potential buyers that have been waiting patiently, because prices went up during COVID. You know the numbers better than I do with how high prices went up during COVID. Now they've come down, and now there's been people that have been waiting for the right time to enter the market. And with lower interest rates, this is, if they've been waiting, this is a good time to really consider your options about buying, whether it be that condo or whether it be semi-detached, detached in the GTA, just outside the GTA. But the market's going to move, I think, in my opinion, a little bit more. It just depends on what people are looking for.
I think it's very good news, because considering the fact that since last year, July, the interest rates have been dropped by 1.25%.
That's right.
Do you think we're going to have another drop in the interest rates shortly? And what opportunity does that represent for those who have been procrastinating their purchase?
Well, so all the big bank economists came out, I think, 2 weeks ago with their forecast for interest rate policy for the 2025. So it's forecasted that variable rates will go down another percent approximately. So if you're looking at variable rates right now in the low fours for a variable rate mortgage, you're going to be in the low threes potentially. So the difference is that how does that affect fixed rates? A lot of times I get clients that ask me, the Bank of Canada just dropped 25 points last week.
Correct.
Are fixed rates going to drop 25 points? Absolutely not. They don't work that way. The variable rate announcement that the Bank of Canada announces directly impacts variable rates. The bond yields are what impacts fixed rates, and now we have this curveball with tariffs. So we don't know necessarily how the market will react. Depending on how the market reacts, you'll see movement in fixed rates. But that's why I think I've been saying to you and other people and clients especially that take the variable rate and switch to fixed rate later on when we see fixed rates potentially under 4%. And now we're seeing fixed rates at 3.99. Might not be available transferring or switching from variable to fixed, but you can just ride the variable rate on the way down. If all the big bank economists are saying that rates are going to go down on the variable side, then you're looking at low 3% rates if you're in a variable.
So in one word, considering the fact that inflation now is around 2%, the government is interested in having this portion of the economy speed up, come back to speed per se.
Right.
Do you think the prices and the market is going to be similar to what it was before the pandemic? Because that's pretty much what I am expecting, and I am thinking that the market is going to adjust to what it should be before the pandemic, if there hadn't been that hike in 2021 and 2022, which we already saw how in the GTA area the prices were about 15 to 20% more at that time to what they are right now.
Right.
So do you think it's very good for buyers?
Well, I think it's definitely we're approaching a buyer's market if we're not already in a buyer's market. I think condos are definitely in that range right now with the months of inventory and the amount of supply coming on board. I think we need to differentiate between the volume of transactions, so sales, right, versus prices, because during the pandemic, prices went up. I think when you say 20%, we're referring to prices. Now, do I think prices are going to go up 20% because there's more transactions? Not necessarily, because I think those prices were inflated to begin with, which means that some people that may have bought outside the city, buying something for 900,000 or $1 million outside the city because work from home now, maybe they're working from home 1 or 2 days a week. And now that commute of 1.5 to 2 hours is really taking a toll on their lifestyle. So I think prices will adjust and have adjusted, but I think the volume of transactions will definitely increase in my opinion. But it still hinges on one key indicator. I know you mentioned inflation. We talk all the time about, he calls me to pick my brain about the market. And I said to you, inflation's in my rearview mirror. That was like over a year ago.
Thank you.
Inflation was going to come down.
Thank you.
Now it's about unemployment. So
Okay.
even if unemployment keeps going up, or with this issue with tariffs now, that's not going to be good for the market in terms of necessarily buying, right? Because people will be scared to buy. But I still think there's too much demand to buy, right? We still haven't built enough homes. People still want to buy and move from their condo. If I'm talking about the condo market and it's going, down, or prices are dropping, well, maybe that person wants to sell their condo before it drops too much and move into that townhouse or semi-detached. So I think there will be more transactions. Prices will adjust accordingly. The prices aren't, the market dictates the price. With rates going down, like you mentioned, with respect to the economy and the Bank of Canada, that's going to move the market, I think. I don't think it's going to move prices so much, but in some areas it will, because at the end of the day, everybody wants that detached home, right? So that will always be, I think demand for that will never stop.
Okay. Jose, I want to thank you for your speech, for your information.
Sure.
So there is going to be an opportunity for everybody out there. So call us at the numbers you see, and we will take care of you. Thank you, Jose.
Thank you.
The best time has come to buy your house. Call now. Thank you. God bless you.